Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to Shasta Speaks on this here Super Bowl Sunday. Oh, y'all, listen, it's been a few days. I've been actually trying to get myself situated to bring different content to you guys because I'm trying to pivot more out of the love and marriage Huntsville space since Melody has announced that she will not be returning, which I do think is the best decision ever. So I'm trying to, get other things lined up that I want to start reviewing, start talking about, and things like that. But of course, there are certain things that pop out of the love and marriage Huntsville sector that are like, what? And of course, this whole reunion part two grooming thing is now um, just all over the place. So before I forget, let me say this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you've been coming over here checking out my videos and get catching a vibe with me and chilling, and you know what I'm saying, baby, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. It's cool over here. I don't really just do too much. I do just a little bit, put a little razzle dazzle on it, sprinkle a little, you know what I'm saying, on it, and keep it moving, because at the end of the day, I have a very full real life, and yeah. I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is something I just enjoy doing. Um, but yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. As always, all things discussed on my channel are alleged. They are definitely in my very own opinion, and they are always for entertainment purposes only. It's never personal, okay? Because most of these people I don't personally know, so I cannot make it a personal thing, okay? I also want to say, go over the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. And I wanted to go over that part because I am going to share this unedited clip. So, I started seeing all the stuff, started seeing a couple of things, and I said, let me go see. Because I have the service that this is still on, which is Philo. And I went and I looked, and lo and behold, y'all, lo and behold, there was the clip. There, they literally have the unedited version, which is so crazy to me. Because apparently, and just for people who may not be caught up on this, prior to Melody announcing her departure from Love and Marriage Huntsville, she did I think it was an Instagram live where she talked about some of the things that were had happened at the reunion. And one of the things is there was this allegation that was made by Destiny that Melanie and Martell were trying to groom her into some type of threesome situation while they were still married. And Melody talked about how, when they were running the previews for that reunion, that there was a little clip of Carlos asking that question to Destiny. There also was in the summary description thing in there saying that Destiny was going to address the grooming or whatever. And, and Melody basically was like, y'all a fool. Okay. For running with this narrative with no proof, like you ain't checked nothing, ain't nobody came and talked about like all this. And she said, and you're including it in the summary, you're running clips about it, like, pretty much insinuating that lawsuits would be forthcoming about that insinuation, as they should. Let's be clear. A grooming allegation is nothing to joke about. It's nothing to play about. This is someone's reputation that you are trying to damage. And so, yeah, I would be very, very steadfast in filing a lawsuit about that, because no, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no nothing. Baby, you do not finna say nothing like that about me, and we just gonna act like, oh, it's shit. No, 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 no. That is slander. That is slander. That what is that? Defamation of character. Like, baby, uh-uh, uh-uh. Everybody got to get a lawsuit behind it, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So they took it out. On removed it. Okay, they edited it. They did a whole edit, removed this clip, and I guess it was fine. But lo and behold, somebody did not call follow and let them know, hey, 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 there's a new clip for this episode. They must didn't get the message. They must still ain't got the message. Because I checked a few minutes ago just to make sure and see. And the unedited version is still on follow. Okay. So follow still ain't got the message. All right. Um, and they aired it. And let me just tell you, it's very salacious. It's very defamatory. It's very disgusting. It's hard to listen to. It's very triggering. Um, and I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to share it, but then I thought, no, people need to see it because it could probably help Mel build her case, if we're just being honest. It could help her build her case because this needs to be a case. And it definitely reminds me again of the whole Real Housewives of Atlanta, Phaedra, Portia, and Candy thing. It really, really reminds me of that. But this, I feel like it was something that was planned. It was plotted. It was definitely something where everybody's been having these discussions about Melody behind her back. And it all makes sense now as to why she had to get the hell on away from these people. And if I'm her, not one person, not one, would I be fooling with. Not one. Because the fact that y'all all sat up there and it was just disgusting. So I want to play the clips. There's 2 clips, okay? Because I had to record it, and the way I had to record it when I was like, I'm not recording commercials, okay? So there is 2 clips that I want to see if I can share, and I want you guys to take a listen to take a look. The biggest thing is looking at the biggest thing is looking at the what am I trying to say? Facial expressions of the other castmates when this stuff is being said. I feel like that's kind of interesting because you could tell that it was just an uncomfortable I think it was, you could tell that it was an uncomfortable situation for everyone who was sitting there. But I don't know, I'm kind of torn because it's like I also feel like there had to be previous discussions. So although they may be sitting there looking a certain way, I still feel like they knew what was happening, if that makes sense. So I feel like although they were sitting there and they were kind of looking, I don't know, out of sorts about the whole thing, I still feel like they knew what was happening. I'm trying to get these clips up, honey, and of course, because I'm wanting to get ready to share them, it's gonna be weird. So I gotta get them prepped up for a second. So just bear with me. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things that is like, what was the purpose? I think this all goes back to um the thing that all of us have been saying for a really long time. Martell would do any and everything to try to make Melody look bad. I really, really think that at the end of the day, that's all it ever boils down to, is that he is trying to do anything in his power to make her look bad. And so I do think that most of this is probably Martell. I think that it was him trying to get, you know, saying different stuff to Destiny, having Destiny put it out there. I, I honestly think that that's what it is. I think he used her to try to put it out there. And her being who she is, she did. She did. She did. And for that, I really think that Melody definitely needs to, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. There needs to be lawsuits. There needs to be a lawsuit against OWN, allegedly, in my opinion, against Melody, hell, Carlos King, and anybody else at this point. Because this is slander. This is defamation of character. You don't get to just get up here and throw these things out there and there not be any consequences or repercussions. And, while I don't believe a word of it, all right, it's the fact that it is out there. It is out there. It is being talked about. It's a topic of discussion, and it's something that now has to be dealt with. It was one thing for it to be talked about on that reunion stage, and like she said, left on the cutting room floor and never even put into anything, and they just whatever. But they were going to run it. And until she said something and announced her departure from the show, up until all of that, they were still airing that clip for the episode, and they still had that dang summary the way it was. So to me, all the way up until whenever, they were going to run that. And listen, um, it's mighty, mighty. suspicious that Philo is the only one who didn't get the memo. Now, if there's others, let me know. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard, Philo is the only one that had the unedited version. Now, if there are other services, like I know Xfinity did the edited version. I don't know about DirecTV. I feel like someone said that DirecTV had the edited version now. But if it's just Philo, then how did that happen? I'm just saying, how is it that the one place will have the unedited version? Y'all see what I mean? Like some in the milk ain't right. Some in the milk ain't right. I'm just trying to tell you, something with that whole situation is not, it just ain't making no sense. So I just think that it was definitely by design and it wasn't a mistake. So let me see now if I can. Let me see if it's gonna let me do this clip, child. All right, y'all. Let me see. Here we go.
Did Martell and Melody proposition you for a threesome?
I wouldn't say it was a proposition. It was just a lot of conversations about certain things and acts that have happened, and yeah.
Is that true, Melody?
I don't know.
I can't recall none of that. Why are you smiling from ear to ear then? I'm smiling. Oh, I see.
Can you get her to elaborate? Because I don't know.
You don't remember the conversation?
Destiny, Melody would like you to elaborate because she has no idea what you're talking about.
One of the conversations I will address is...
There's been more than one?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Oh.
But there would have been more openness to a threesome had Martell stopped cheating with...
That's a lie straight from hell.
That's
a lie. No.
Did you on your back porch? That conversation was had at your house.
A threesome between the three of y'all or between?
That she was open to threesomes with Martell had he stopped cheating with.
No, but you did.
No. That was a conversation, but I felt like, why do we keep talking about this? Y'all talked about how y'all were in a hotel room and y'all started having sex and your was in the bed next to you.
Who talked about that? I'm sorry. Who had a conversation about something like that?
Y'all had a conversation with me about that.
I ain't had no conversation with you about that.
Of course you haven't.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have not.
Okay.
No.
Martell, is that true? Whatever Destiny said.
So this is what I don't like. Okay. Everybody face looking crazy when she starts bringing this up. And then first, Martell sitting over there acting like he don't know what she's talking about. But then when Carlos just asked him, Martell, is this true? Then he talking about whatever Destiny said. What the fuck? Like, this is not a game. This is not a joke. Like, you trying to make light of it. Like, even down to Maurice going, why you smiling from ear to ear and then type shit, and then they trying to laugh it off because like y'all think shit fun. Like, ain't nothing funny about this, ain't nothing cute about this. What's being talked about is serious, and they trying to make light of it like it's a game, like it's a joke. It's not a game, it's not a joke, it's not funny. And then for Destiny to be sitting here grinning like she just feels like she's just dropping bombs over Baghdad. Honey, let me keep going, cause
No, honestly.
So did it happen? Did y'all start having sex in the room with her in the bed, and she woke up and said, "I know y'all not."
Okay, I be forgetting, so I believe you know this.
I don't remember nothing like that happening
But
at all.
okay, but the thing is this.
And I'm actually taken aback.
But the thing is this, Destiny, when you made that comment on camera, and I want to make sure that if y'all all disagree, then let me know. But it appeared that these two requested a threesome with you
There were
specifically.
conversations, there were situations where it is grooming for you to.
She is saying what she's insinuating is that they were openly talking about certain things. And in her delusional ass, cuckoo bird ass brain, she took that as them trying to groom her. Understand, she's using this buzzword grooming. Lawsuit.
Have those type of open conversations with people consistently, it's grooming. You asking me to spend a night at your house multiple times. Nell, you've been witness to that. You can stay over. Like,
well, I told you need to get your ass up and go home. there was many nights, me, you, Mel, Chris was up talking outside, having a good time.
And who didn't want to go?
You didn't want to go.
And you said get your ass up and go home. And you have spent the night at my house. Like, so what? You spent, like, you were, well, why the hell would you spend the night? Like, don't get up.
Look at how everybody's looking at this fucking delusional, this delusional bird brain woman. She needs help. Okay? A lie don't care who tell it. This woman needs some help. And if I'm anybody on that stage, I would have then started seeing just how delusional she really was. She literally just said she was nervous about spending the night at somebody's house after she was the one who did not want to leave. And this Miss Nell just said, you the one that didn't want to leave. I was telling you, get your ass up and carry your ass home. People should be very afraid of people like this right here, because people like this, hanger owners, people who want to get up under you and try to get close to you and do stuff like that, are waiting for an opportunity to try to take something anything that they feel like they can take and twist it into something like this, something disgusting that they can try to use against you later. This ain't nothing but a plot that Destiny and Martell to put together, because it's always been his goal to try to bring Melody down, and he don't give a damn. All he has always needed was somebody to come in and help him try to bring her down. And so that's all this is more of that. But this woman right here is certifiably delusional, allegedly, in my opinion. Let's keep going.
Here act like I've ever tried to touch you. I've ever came on to you. I've never done that. I'm so nervous about what? But you said you were nervous.
Act like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband.
Girl, you are lying.
You weren't open to it.
I've never.
All right, well, listen,
But you know what?
did you not get on your knees and slob on a hook and a crook in the back of the limo on your 10-year anniversary in front of all these people? Did it happen?
Now, at that moment, when Letitia put her hands in her face, that's when she knew that something her ass had told Destiny had now made it to the reunion stage. Allegedly. Now, we don't know if what Tisha told Destiny is the truth or not. But what we do know is that Destiny done brought her Delulu ass up here on this stage, and now is telling the world something that Letitia told her ass in confidence. Again, everybody on that stage that then had conversations or dealings with Destiny should always be worried, because again, people like that just waiting on the opportunity.
Did it happen?
on the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion.
Up here and like I've ever tried to touch you, I've ever came close to you, I've never done that. I'm nervous about what? But you said you were nervous.
Act like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband.
Girl, you are lying. Girl, you are not open to it. I've never.
All right, well, let's run it. Did you not get on your knees and slob on the hook and a crook in the back of the limo on your 10-year anniversary in front of all of these people? Did it happen?
What does that have to do with
Did it happen?
What does that have to do with propositioning?
And you want to act like these women, everybody jumps in, they don't respect
What does
you.
that have to do
They should
with
have never seen that.
propositioning a threesome, Destiny?
You were grooming again. There's no reason for you to be
let me say
slobbing on the hook and a
this.
crook in front of married men and women.
Well, let me tell you, we're very careful.
This is when this gets extremely dark. Now, it was already dark when you was talking about the grooming, because you keep saying grooming. Now she's trying to insinuate that they was trying to groom the other married couples.
Careful about saying things that are inaccurate. Because you're saying, let me say that you're saying that I was walking around grooming somebody.
Did you get on your knees?
I danced for you. You weren't there. You weren't there, but I'm gonna.
But it happened. I'm not gonna get on my knees and slob on somebody's in front of people unless I want them to join in.
Now look at the faces. Look at the faces, y'all.
Did you?
Tisha, did you ever feel like I was
This
grooming
is
you
dark.
also to have a threesome
This
with me and
turned
Marcel?
dark. Now here go Tisha. Watch this.
I said, what inappropriate text? Yeah, talk about it. What inappropriate text did I send to Marcel?
Tisha?
Okay, so I feel like at the time when Destiny speaks on the limousine situation, the whole situation, the limousine was Martel's idea. It was Martel's suggestion. He suggested that. And Mel was like, okay. And he got upset. He was like, y'all not gonna do it? We was like, hell no, we ain't doing that. But it was Martel.
Now let me say this, and let me be clear. I don't give a damn what a married couple do in the confines of their marriage as it pertains to their actual things that they do. And if allegedly, and that's a very big if it happened, and if those other 4 people, the other married people, were in the limo with them and it happened, if those other people did not have an issue with it, take issue with it, apparently this is allegedly something that may or may not have taken place way back when they had their 10-year anniversary, whatever. If the other married people who were there did not have issue with it and have not said anything about it in all these years, who the F is Destiny to bring that shit up now to try to shame somebody about an experience that they had with their then husband? And guess what? It is what it is. If she felt like she was, so one thing about it, in the confines of your marriage with your husband, your wife, you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know people who are married who go to swingers clubs, that go do part. That is your marriage. You can do what you want to with your partner in your marriage, and that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And if it happened and the other people were in that car, they didn't have to look. They could have closed their eyes. They could. No, but let me just go on record right now and say I don't even believe it happened like that. That's just me. I don't believe it for 1 minute. But I don't give a shit if it did. What I would be worried about if I was Tisha is, what do Destiny know about you? And Marcel and Kimmy and Maurice. What do Destiny know about any of y'all? And Martell definitely. But see, as far as it pertains to Martell and Destiny, I feel like they both know each other's secrets. So they always gonna have to be connected and intertwined, because I can't imagine what would happen if them two ever really fell out, all the shit that they would probably try to expose on each other. But anyway, let's finish this up.
So can I ask about the inappropriate text?
And how did you hear about that? Because it was 6 people in the limo.
Oh, I told her when I was pissed off with Martell. When he made the statement at that adult game, that's when I was like, no, don't play me like that, dude. Like, stop it. But the inappropriate text message.
Now see, here go Kimmy. Because now Kimmy's running it through her head. And she talking about, well, how did you, asking Destiny, how did you even hear about that? Because you wasn't there. There was only 6 people in that limo. And who knows, for real, what really happened in that limo. He could have said whatever. That doesn't mean she did it. That doesn't mean it happened. And here you are on a national stage repeating something that someone said when they were hurt and upset about some shit that was said about them. So now they're going to try to say something. You don't know if it is true, Destiny, and you up here running your fucking mouth about something and you don't know. You don't know. And that's what a lawsuit come in. That's what a lawsuit come in. Because you are defaming this woman and throwing this out there. Where is your proof? Where is the proof? If you don't have proof of this, you shouldn't have never been repeating it. Period, point blank.
That I found out about later. Marcel texted Mel, and I think he was like, I'm rooting for you guys, or I want y'all to win, or something like that. And Mel was like, you mean me and Martell or just me? And I just felt like that right there was not a good response to a
now, Tisha, who the hell wouldn't know that she was talking about just me in the sense of I don't fool with that nigga? You slow.
You know, she's allowed to feel however she felt about it. I can say at times Marcel would text positive stuff. Maurice, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When everything went down, all of us were super close. So Maurice used to counsel me a lot. I know he used to talk to Marcel a lot. Marcel used to try to talk. Everybody was trying to fix it. If he texted me and said, man, I'm rooting for y'all, man. If I said me and Martell are just me, I probably wasn't fooling with Martell. Like, don't be rooting for me and Martell. Don't root for us. If you're gonna root for me solo. But if she felt that was inappropriate for her, that's how she felt. What I can tell you is none of these folks up here on this stage, except the one I was once married to, have I ever came on to. Have I ever been appropriate? Fletcher and Nell are here. They've been around as well. Ask them. I don't try to sit around and do inappropriate. I'm not even going to entertain it, to be honest. It's weird. And they haven't come on to me either. Nobody. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird.
If we did stuff like that, I wouldn't tell her to get her ass up and go home.
And the thing is, I trust my husband with my friends. Like, they go through things. He gives them advice. It is what it is. They're like my sisters. So I never thought anything about Marcel and Mel talking on the phone when Martell was going through the situation, or even before then, because Mel and Marcel used to give business advice to one another.
Yeah, she wanted to bring public speaking.
She used to get advice from Marcel. Marcel would go to her meeting, give her tips. Yeah. So I never thought of anything.
Obviously, it's no secret, right? That
now
you
this they're looking a fool.
Have a sort of
you
legacy,
look a fool.
A history of friendships. And me being present now, just doing this show for the past 7 years, I even don't think there was ever any lines being crossed when it comes to y'all's couples. Mm-hmm. I think y'all's couples. I think the beauty of y'all even today that I do see is there is this very, sometimes dysfunctional, but there is this level of respect that you guys have just based on the history. And I don't believe for 1 second that any of you guys wanted each other. I don't think that. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because, again, I wanted you to be able to clear it based on the comment that was made, because it was thrown out there in the air, and I wanted to be able to address it. Okay?
Let me tell y'all something. Lawsuit. Melody. Lawsuit. You can't let these people play on your top like this. You can't let these people play on your name like this. You can't let this float around in the universe like this. It's out there now. And lawsuit. That's all I can say. It's got to be a lawsuit at this point. That was malicious. She knew exactly what she was doing. Like I said, she done threw this shit out there with no proof. Who knows how much of it is true, or if there's any truth to it at all. And again, as for me, I don't give a shit what a married man and woman do in the confines of their marriage. That is their marriage. If they listen, I, I'm glad ain't nobody got no receipts on me. Okay. Because if somebody was to start putting out some receipts, they'd be like, this damn girl, she just was. It is what it is. You're grown. Grown people. Everybody involved in this is grown. So I don't even understand the significance of trying to shame somebody about their sexual appetite. Like if they had, if anything, I'm trying to be funny because I don't think the ish funny at all. But if anything, I'm really curious if there is any truth, even a smidge of truth to any of this. I just need to understand then, even more so, I understand now why Martell's sitting over there sick, knowing that he effed up. Because it sounds like you would have had it made in the shade. So what was the problem? Like, that just goes to show that you be lying all the time. Because let you tell it, Martell, she wasn't doing, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you was cheating. And now you got this snap here time out. This right here. So what was it? Was she not? Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, Martell. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. Lawsuit, Melody. Sue everybody. Sue everybody from top to down bottom. Sue everybody for playing on your top and playing in your face and playing with your name, playing with your brand, playing with your children, playing with all of it. They have gotten away with playing with you for long enough. All these lies and stories and all this deception and all that law damn lawsuit. And I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Everybody sitting their ass up on this stage need to be side eyeing Destiny. And by the end of that little clip, I feel like everybody was looking like, girl, what? And then Carlos tried to clean it up with that little shit at the end. Well, I don't really think any of y'all. The damage is done, sir. Lawsuit for you too. Everybody need a lawsuit, in my opinion. Everybody need a lawsuit. And that is why I'm so glad that she is off that show, out of that time. Destiny is a demon from the pits of hell. Who does that and sits up there with a grin? But she wasn't grinning at the end. She was not grinning at the end of this shit. But, baby, I'm going to leave y'all with this lawsuit. All right. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, it was disgusting. It was. It was utterly, utterly, utterly disgusting. It crossed too many boundaries, too many lines, and lawsuit. That's the only word that comes to mind for me. Law damn suit. Like the video, share, comment, and again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'll holler at y'all on the next one.